OnePlus Watch 3 promises a durable design, excellent health tracking, a great battery, and an intuitive user interface. But it costs $329.99, so does it deliver on all fronts? Well, I have worn this watch all week. I tested it on hikes and in the snow of Colorado to bring you my review. I'm Shannon Morse, and if you like thorough wearable reviews, subscribe down below. This video is sponsored by Delete Me, my go-to service to delete my personal info off of data broker sites. Use my code SNUBS, that's SNUBS, for 20% off when you sign up. In the box, you get the watch, an attached wrist strap that can be replaced, the charging base, and a USB-C charging cable, as well as the user manual. It comes in either Obsidian Titanium, which is the one I have here, as well as Emerald Titanium, and it's available February 18th on pre-sale, which already passed, shipping February 25th. It also has stainless steel casing and sapphire crystal glass, so it feels like a nice high-end watch, not a plasticky tracker. It's also somewhat heavy and big, especially on my wrist. It's going to look rather huge in this review as I've got pretty small wrists, FYI, but in terms of weight, it's 49.7 grams. With the strap, that's 81 grams. There's only one size, and it is pretty big, but it also works across all Android phones, which means that you will sacrifice very little if you do not have a OnePlus phone already. There's also no LTE version available, so in order to have connection while out and about, you will need it to be connected to another mobile device, like your smartphone. So tax season is coming up really fast here in the United States, and if you work from home, I have a security and privacy pro tip for you. I love working from home, and it certainly has its perks, like I can wear whatever I want, but that also means that my home address might be more exposed than I'm comfortable with. Whether that's through business registrations or press and media directories, that information could be out there. Since data brokers often buy or scrape data such as your home address and they add it to their public websites, that means that your home address could be easily found via a quick search on those sites. Unfortunately, hundreds of these data brokers exist, and it's impossible to keep up with them. That's why I use Delete Me to keep my private life private. So Delete Me combs through all those data broker sites to find and remove your personal info to give you some peace of mind and to prevent your home address from being publicly accessible. This is especially crucial for workers who want to have a boundary between their professional and their personal lives. Now, if you're a little bit sus about Delete Me, the company conducts regular vulnerability assessments and penetration testing of their systems to protect your data against threats. If you want to save some time and keep your address off of those sites, use my coupon code, which is exclusively only available to my viewers, and check out Delete Me today. Visit joindeleteme.com/morsecode and use the promo code SNUBS for 20% off. That's joindeleteme.com/morsecode for 20% off with my promo code SNUBS, spelled SNUBS. Start protecting your data today, and thank you so much to Delete Me for sponsoring this video. So one of the most interesting features on the OnePlus Watch 3 is this rotating crown, which was a really nice surprise. This is super versatile too, so you can both rotate it and you can press to swipe through the screen. I love having a crown that has a working rotational option. It just makes the smartwatch that much more useful. The display is also very bright and really easy to use. You're working with a 1.5-inch LTPO AMOLED display, this panel, and it's 466 by 466 resolution. It does hit 2200 nits peak brightness as well, and that is really bright. As an example, it's super bright here in the Colorado sun, and I could easily see the screen while I was out on a hike. The included strap is really long. I had to tighten it to the 4th tightest notch, or the 5th one depending on the day, to really make it fit securely on my wrist, and it is made out of this fluoro rubber material. It's decent, but if you do want to upgrade, this is a 22mm wrist strap, and it does use a universal connector. The battery life is incredible. According to OnePlus, you can go for 16 days in power saving mode, which is awesome, but if you are using it connected with notifications and sounds on, connected to Bluetooth, GPS tracking on, you're gonna get somewhere around 5 days of usage. I do think that's pretty accurate. I finally hit 15% battery left after my 4th day of pretty heavy usage, and I still had plenty to spare for the 5th day of using it when it switched over to power saving mode. Overnight, if you put it into sleep mode, it really doesn't drain that much battery at all. I did have to finally charge it today, this morning, so it took a long time to get there, but it also took less than an hour to charge up. up. I left always on display off to keep the battery life closer to 5 days, but if you do turn that on, OnePlus quotes about 2 days of battery power. Now, I am really glad that this included charging base can be disconnected from the USB-C cable, so I can just bring the base with me to charge it with any of my other cables. It's so much easier to pack for travel. Then under the hood, we've got a Snapdragon W5 chipset plus a BES 2800 chipset. So this is a dual chipset design, which keeps it really efficient, helps with the battery life, as well as keeps it cool. There's also 32 gigs of storage on this thing, so you could pack in some offline music if you wanted to, and it runs Wear OS and RTOS. So it's very smooth with scrolling. Whenever I switch between apps or swiping, it's really responsive and it feels really quick. Even though it is so big and bulky on me, I do appreciate how intuitive the operating system is. You can also use this watch to tap to pay with Google Wallet via NFC as well, and it also works with Google Assistant. Okay, I did test this quite a bit for GPS tracking and exercise. It does have a special button just for fitness, so you can press this and then you can choose a workout. There are over 100 sports modes and 11 professional sports modes to choose from. I'm not skiing this year due to my surgery, but I can track skiing, including your slope angle. It can track swimming, which is really cool because it also has that 5 ATM water resistance. There's also outdoor walking and hiking and cycling and a lot more. My general exercise lately, because of that surgery, has been outdoor walking and hiking. So you just choose whichever one you're doing and you can track your workout. The GPS tracking is pretty useful for hiking too, and it seems to be more accurate with upgraded antennas. I also really love this 60-second health check-in. It will check your heart rate, oxygen levels, your stress, and even your arterial stiffness, all in under a minute. You just hold still for a little bit and you follow the on-screen directions and you do the health check. Now, I did ask OnePlus about ECG monitoring, because in the United States, the OnePlus Watch 3 will not include the ECG analyzer with this watch because it does not have FDA clearance, but I really hope that we will see this in future devices from OnePlus. That would be very nice. The ECG analyzer is included for the watch if purchased in other markets through a health update. You will be able to use the Vascular Health app to check your blood pressure and the heart health via that arterial stiffness indicator. The ECG functionality availability will vary depending on your market, so keep that in mind. The sleep tracking monitors sleep quality, your snoring, and wrist temperature. It's pretty great for sleep tracking and fairly accurate compared to the data I was getting out of my Samsung Galaxy Ring, which I am also currently wearing. It does promise to be more precise and accurate due to a new rear crystal material and upgraded sensor layout. There is a wellness app included as well, which will track your stress levels, and it shows you this cute little emoji icon. The watch pairs with the OHealth app and it shows you a full breakdown of data analysis. The main page gives you a really good overall detailed analysis, and then you can break it down further to the health insights and the health journey screen for milestones. There's also a whole fitness tab, a whole fitness screen for more detailed information about the exercises that you've done. Now, when I spoke to OnePlus, they also mentioned that this watch does not have any kind of crash detection built in, nor does it have a period or cycle tracking, which honestly, we're not tracking that data digitally anyways for privacy reasons, so I don't really mind that that's not included. Now, Wear OS 5 gives it the ability to sync better with your Google apps, and you can more easily switch it between phones. I think it's pretty durable too. Again, I've been wearing this thing for a week straight. The IP68 water resistance is great for the snow. It is also tested to work between -40°C up to all the way up to 70°C. It can withstand impacts, acid exposure, which I'm not sure when that's going to be an issue, but okay, cool. The Bluetooth is 5.2, Wi-Fi is 5 and 2.4G, so that will plenty keep you connected. So do I recommend it? I think that if you are a OnePlus fan or you want a durable, long-lasting watch, this one is a really great option. But if you want LTE or an ECG in the US market, then check out the competition. Also, if you have teeny little wrists like I do, this is going to feel really big on you, really heavy. I really wish there was a smaller size option because overall, I think this watch is great and I think that it is a lovely option. So I am a little disappointed that it doesn't quite fit my wrist. It feels a little bit too big for me, so I'm not going to wear it all the time. But again, that's just That's just me. I feel like a lot of people out there who have larger wrists will find this to be super comfortable. I like the wrist strap, and overall, I love the battery life. Let me know if you have any questions about this watch down below. I'd love to answer those for you as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.